Hello everyone. Let's open our hands, open our palms in our lap. Let's make ourselves comfortable. Let's bring our attention inward. If we have thoughts, just ignore our thoughts. As we bring our attention inward, let's pay attention to our palms. Try to witness our state. Observe our state on our palms. So let's start the meditation by first raising our energy and then giving ourselves protection. I hope everyone is familiar with that. So for time being, I'll just pause the music. Now collectively, we'll raise our energy 3 times along the central channel. We bring it up from our Muladhara, our first center, all the way up to the 7th center. And then we tie a knot just to represent that we want to keep our attention over there. So let's all collectively raise our energy. As we raise our left palm all the way up, we rotate our right hand in a clockwise direction. And then once we bring it on top of our head, we tie a knot. Let's do the same movement second time. We bring it all the way up and we tie 2 knots. We do the same thing third time for the third channel. And this time we tie 3 knots. So to give ourselves protection, keep our left palm open in our lap. Right hand becomes like a scoop, and we take the vibrations from left on top of our head, and then we bring it down on the right hand side. And then same movement from right to left. So since there are 6 more centers, let's do it 6 more times, like a rainbow shape, left to right and right to left. Then third time for the third center, which is on our navel point. Fourth time for the fourth center, which is on our heart. Fifth time for the fifth center, which is on our throat. Sixth time for the sixth center, which is on top on our forehead. And finally, the seventh time for the seventh center on top of our head. Now let's work on our left and right channels. Keep our attention in the center of our left palm, and we place our right hand towards the Mother Earth. So right hand touching Mother Earth and left hand keeping it open in our lap. So as we all are familiar, the key to clear our left channel is surrender. Without thinking, without judging, without analyzing, just surrender all our impurities from our left channel to the Mother Earth. If it eases the process within our heart, we can request this energy, Kundalini energy, that Mother, please take away all my impurities from the left channel and bring my attention to the balanced, thoughtless state. Now we can bring our right hand back to our lap and let's work on our right channel. So we gently move our attention from the center of left palm to the center of right palm. So to remove all that excessive heat, especially from our liver, we raise our left hand. We bend our left hand from our elbow and we raise towards the sky, pointing the fingers of our left hand towards the sky and allowing ether or air to dissipate or dissolve that excessive heat from our liver into the air. Again, the key here is detachment. We have to completely detach ourselves from all our anxieties, from all our futuristic thoughts, from all the stress we may have. It could be emotional, it could be physical. So, whatever stress we may have, let it go. Let it go into the air. all these futuristic thinking give or generate lot of neurosis problem. So we try to let it go into the air. We can bring our left hand back to our lap. Let's take our attention to the first center. So last week we spoke about the first center. And one of the qualities of the center, this center, is gravity. As we learned, the element associated with that center is Mother Earth. So when we sit on Mother Earth or during the meditation, when we touch our feet to the Mother Earth, it gives us that connection. And it provides, as our first center clears up, it gives us the gravity in our meditative state. It allows us to grow deeper in our meditative state. Once again, within our heart, keeping our attention on the first center, we can say Mother, and we are referring to Mother Earth now. Mother, please clear my Mooladhara, my first center. Mother, please enlighten the qualities of the Mooladhara. Mother, please manifest purity, joy, wisdom, and discretion in my subtle state. Mother, please give me sense of balance and vibrations in my meditative state. So with that, let's listen to one of the talk of Srimataji. It's 12-minute talk. And then we have Ravindraji here, who's going to introduce us to the second center. And then we'll meditate on the second center.
Dave has been able to explain to you what centers we have within ourselves. And he has told you what is the mechanism within ourselves. It is all built within us during the different periods of our evolution. Every center is built like that. Now, all this is built like a pathway. By left and right, you create the central path of your ascent. And when this pure energy of your desire ascends, is awakened, then it pierces through the last center, what we call as Sahasrara, meaning the 1,000-petaled center, which is the brain, we can say, or part of the brain, which covers the limbic area. The spirit is the reflection of God Almighty, and it resides in our heart. When the Kundalini touches the Sahasrara, the seat of the spirit, which is reflected in the heart, gets enlightened. That doesn't mean the spirit gets enlightened, but the attention is like a sari, which is pushed in like this. When it touches, it pierces through, and the spirit in the heart, which has the seat here, starts entering into our central nervous system. So the first feeling you get is a cool breeze on top of your head. That's the first feeling. Second feeling you get is all-pervading power, because now you have entered into the subtle area of your awareness. Human awareness is gross first, but when you touch the spirit, you become thoughtlessly aware, but there is no thought. The grossness goes away because thoughts disappear. And you become subtle. This subtleness gives you certain powers. The first power that you get is that your awareness becomes collectively conscious. That you can feel another person on your fingertips. That means you become absolutely aware. Like I went today to Mexico. And I could feel the whole country. I knew about it before, but my attention was not so deeply there. I could feel the whole country has a very bad left side problem. And the left side problem is affecting even this area. And the left side problem, you can feel it very clearly, that your left side becomes heavy and you feel the heat in all your centers. So you start feeling the atmosphere, the country, the people, an individual, and yourself. So you know the problem of a particular place. I mean, you may not feel that much in the beginning. You may just feel yourself to begin with. Then you start feeling others. So thus the awareness grows more and more. In the central nervous system you start feeling the problems of other people, your own problems. But it is not that you feel them as something which is painful or troublesome. but you feel them as little heat or sometimes little pain, very little, as if you are recording it like a barometer. And when that happens, you want to get rid of it, as if they are your own problem. And if you know how to get rid of it, you can do it. That's what I was doing. And that's how I'm late. Something on the collective. If you are working on something, you want to finish the job, and then you want to attend to another. Don't want to leave something half done. For human beings, it is difficult in the beginning, because from human awareness you are rising to superhumanness, or you can call it to super awareness, into a subtler awareness. So first the awareness is gross, and then your awareness becomes subtler. But with that, you do not feel in any way uncomfortable or upset, because you become extremely powerful, such power of compassion that you don't feel anything, no pain, no problems. The illusions disappear completely. There's no more illusion in the mind. Like people say that when you face something, you are filled with greed or lust. But when your eyes become pure, there is no greed or lust. But what happens? That you start feeling the oneness with another thing, whatever it is, in a way that it is joy-giving. Like you see someone, an attractive person, there is no sensation of baser feelings for that person. But the sensation just disappears, and you start feeling the joy of the creation, person or the thing. Like in Mexico, people have made so many things with hand. If you watch them, you might think how much it will cost, what will be the price, who has made it. But if there is no thought, then you see something which looks very joyous, because you can feel the vibrations. And you know somebody has made it who might have been a realized soul, who might have been a very great devotee of God, might have been a person who must have thought that this is your creation, O God. Such a person might have made with that feeling which is to be gratified, and you feel that we should take it. The matter has only one capacity, that it gives joy in giving to others, so that you can express your happiness into it. So you become very subtly aware of the matter, that you start understanding the matter, what it means and what is the use of a particular thing. In the same way, when you meet people, new people, absolutely never known, you know what are their needs, what problems they have, on a wider scale, on a collective scale, and also you know one simple thing, that there are people in Mexico who are seeking God, who are to be helped, who are to be given something that they want. They may not be so much aware of it, but we become aware of them. And a kind of a rapport of a very subtle type is established. And you get attracted towards other people not through any lust or greed or any purpose, but in oneness with the joy that they have within themselves. The joy of the Spirit. You look at them and you feel this person is such a wonderful person. How do you know? You start feeling the cool vibrations in your hand from that person. And you just enjoy that person for that person's sake, not for anything, whether poor, rich, good looking, bad looking, doesn't matter. You approach the spirit of another person because you have become the spirit. People talk of big things, of organizing peace missions, this mission, that mission, to create a better relationship. All relationships which are at a gross level create problems because there is some sort of a lurking selfishness behind it. But once it becomes a spiritual relationship, you just enjoy the other person without getting into any discussion about what is your gain, what is you are going to achieve through going nearer to that personality. Thus you become the receiver of the joy, like a lake which is rippleless, which is absolutely quiet and looks like a mirror. It reflects all that is created round it completely and emits complete joy of the creation. In the same way, the heart, which is filled with the light of the Spirit, reflects the complete joy of the creation of another person. Whatever it has in a subtle way, you enjoy it. Then the time
Let's silently meditate for 2 minutes. Let's absorb the vibrations. I would request everyone, let's place our right hand on our heart, the place where our spirit resides. And let's repeat 12 times within our heart, Mother, I am the pure spirit. No need to count at the mental level, just from our heart 12 times without thinking about it. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now let's take our right hand and place it on our forehead. And again, just to remind ourselves a few times within our heart, Mother, I forgive all my thoughts. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive all my thoughts. Let's stretch our right hand fingers outward, and from the center of our palm, just gently press on top of our head, the seventh center, and just say within ourselves, Mother, please establish my vibrations. Mother, please establish my vibrations. Once we are done, we can bring our right hand back to lap. And for 2 minutes, let's silently meditate. Let's open our eyes, and I'll hand over to Ravindraji now. He can give us a brief introduction about the second center, which is Swadhisthana.
Hello everyone, I'm Ravindra. So Swadhisthana Chakra is our second energy center, which is also called as aortic plexus. And so as Shri Mataji has said, whatever we do, we have to do with the zeal of a warrior and as an artist, so as a sensitivity of an artist. So let's look at some of the things about Swadhisthana Chakra. So this chakra has 6 petals, just like a flower with a 6 petal. It's a beautiful yellow color flower, and the day for this chakra is Wednesday, and color is yellow. The element for this chakra is fire, and the gem is amethyst. It's a Star of David is the symbol, and the planet is Mercury. So this chakra, actually the physical manifestation or which organs it controls is the liver. The liver is our one of the major gland in our body. The pancreas and the spleen and the kidney, as well as the aortic, the blood vessel called the big aorta, which is controlling and supplying all this energy to different parts of the body. And this energy center is expressed, or you can feel it on your thumb, on both the palms. And as I said, this is the aortic plexus, which is part of the nervous system, and it controls the aortic region. That's why it's called the aortic plexus. You can go to the next slide. So the physical manifestations, as I said, on the both the thumbs, on the feet, it's on the middle toe on both the feet, and both the arms. At the upper arm, that's where you can actually feel it, as well as on the thighs, and in the head also you can feel this energy center around above the ears, on both the ears. So these are some of the places where you can actually feel it in our body. So now this chakra has some of the qualities, those are listed, or I can talk about, there's a lot of qualities of each energy center has. This energy center on the left is a pure knowledge. It gives us the knowledge that is beyond our mind. It's a real pure knowledge. And in the central nervous system, on the central part of the chakra, is the creativity and inspiration. As we know, creativity is one of the innate quality that makes us like creative, like artist or poet or designer, and those kind of things. So which are innate, and it comes from within. And on the right hand side, the qualities are pure attention, or attention which is undisturbed attention. And then the dynamism is our activity quality, the kinetic energy, and the aesthetics as well as abstract thinking are some of the qualities on the right hand side. Next slide. So some of the things that affect this energy center on the left is, for example, like drug abuse, addiction to some of the things which are not good for our health, false knowledge, teaching from people who are not pure, or they have knowledge which is not real knowledge, as well as false desires, blind faith, and false ideologies. On the right hand side, whereas exactly opposite is like a stress, excessive thinking, excessive planning, we're dominating others, or too much aggression, materialism, we're too much attached to something, or too much competition. When we have this kind of thing happen. One of the questions that we got is, why is it yellow color in Sahaja Yoga, whereas everywhere else this chakra has orange color? Same with Nabi chakra, solar plexus, which is yellow usually, but shown green in Sahaja Yoga. So the colors actually are some of the places. If you see, like, you might see different variation in different colors, but color is not that important, because this is what people who have been meditating, and they saw these colors, and then they have given these colors. So that's why these colors are there. Some of these colors are also related. For example, first chakra is Mother Earth, which is as you see, like many places, the earth is red, or the coral red, what we call as, like, so the Swadhisthana Chakra is a yellow color, which is like a fire, which is, sometimes you can see it's like orange or red or yellow color, So the color and the day is not that important, or the stone, but in day-to-day life, as I said, the importance is to find out where is your energy center on which part of your finger and how you can clear it out. So we're going to talk about that in the next couple of slides. So we can go to the next slide. So the important is the qualities, what are the things that catching it, and what are the things that you can use to clear this energy center. So we can clear this energy center with different treatments, but let's find out what are the catches. What is it that is what is you're welcome, Kashu. So on the left hand side, the depressions and the infections, those are the things that are responsible for catching this chakra. As well, the left side is if you eat more proteins, then it's good for the left side chakra. On right side, you need to eat some carbohydrates. So right side is like a high blood pressure. Some people get diarrhea, or in ladies, there's menstrual discomfort and diabetes. Some of the reasons for the catches of this chakra. We can go to the next slide here. So in the next slide, we're going to find out how we can clear this energy center, So for left side, we can use a fire element. Like when you're meditating, if you feel your left Swadhisthana thumb, the left thumb is actually warm or tingling or throbbing, or you're feeling something pain in there or pinching, then you can use a fire element. You can light a fire like a candle in front of you and meditate. For center, is a foot soak is a very good idea to foot soak with a tub and salt and water. That is, I believe some of you must have heard about this treatment when we are actually meditating in the Ponderosa Park. But this, or wherever you are from. So if you haven't, then foot soak is a special treatment that we can teach you, which will clear this energy center. As well as some other centers it clears. On the right hand side, if you're feeling right thumb is hot, or you're feeling like aggressive or dominating, or hot temper or things like that, or feeling heat on the right hand, right palm, you can cool it down with the ice pack, which basically you can put it on your right hand side of the stomach where the liver is, where the ribs, and that's where you can put the ice pack. So ice pack and foot soak treatments you will learn if you haven't learned, and we can send you information about these. So yeah, we can go to the next slide.
That's the end of the slide.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I can talk a little bit more about this energy center, which is not in this slide, and Ajay can send you that another slide that we have, where another quality of this energy center is like inspiration, or pure attention is on the right hand side. Creativity is there, which is the main quality of this energy center. We receive the pure knowledge, or the knowledge of the spirit, knowledge of the divine, which is not in the books, but you can actually, it comes from within, and you will see the difference in your life, your difference in your meditation, as you receive this knowledge automatically from within, just like the creativity gets into it. And this energy center, as I said, is the pure attention. Undistracted attention is very important in doing anything which is part of this energy center. And as I said, that this energy center has the aortic plexus, which is called because of the aorta, the blood vessel, which actually, when we eat the food, as most of you see, we kind of slow down, or we kind of fall asleep sometimes if you eat more sugary, or if you eat a lot. And because the blood vessels, all the blood supply goes toward the stomach and receiving all the fat, which is converted by this energy center into gray and white matter, which is actually used by our brain. So if you use a lot of this energy center, if a lot of thinking is done inside the brain or inside our head, then a lot of energy is pulled toward the brain, so that the thinking consumes the energy, and that's how we get hungry. Even if people who are intellectual, they're sitting in the chair, not doing any exercise or anything, activity, but they still get hungry, right? So that's what our thinking keeps us more hungry than actual physical work sometimes, right? So this is what happens. Our brain is receiving all the energy from the stomach, all the fat is converted into gray and white matter. So this center also has to supply energy to pancreas, spleen, and the large intestine, small intestine, liver. So these things get affected by this lack of energy supplied to these center organs, because everything is drained out by the brain. So that's how some of the organs doesn't get enough energy, and that's why we end up into some problems like diabetes or different problems of the liver and things like that. So on the right hand side, as we know, drinking a lot of water is very good for our liver. And there's also a liver diet, which we talk in another program or on the slide. So I think that's pretty much I can think of right now. Thank you, Ajay.
Thank you, Ravindraji. So let's all settle down and we'll end the session with 5 minutes silent meditation. I'll just play the music. But I would request everyone that keep your palms open. And as we learned today, that one of the element for the second center is fire. So what I would request everyone, if possible, let's next week onwards, or if you are meditating at home during the week, please light a candle in front of you. So that candle provides the fire element, which automatically works on our second center. And it helps to remove if there's any sort of impurity or negativity affecting our second center. Many times, because of our jobs, because of our work, we need or we overuse our second center because of all that thinking. So, lighting a candle in front of us during the meditation help to clear that center. So please, during the week or next time when we are having session, please light a candle in front of. So I'll just play a short music and let's quietly keeping our attention on top of our head. If it helps you, we can gently touch on top of our head the seventh center with the center of our right palm, and it helps to bring our attention over there, and then we can continue meditating at that point.